In the year 2023, when Iam Tongi made her debut on the American Idol stage, very few people could have anticipated the level of success and personal development that would result from her performance. Immediately following his triumph on the show, he was touted as the next great thing in the music industry. His powerful voice, emotive delivery, and humble attitude struck a chord with millions of admirers all over the world. But as Iam thinks back on the year that has passed since he won, he acknowledges that the voyage has not quite gone the way he had anticipated it would. Iam discusses the successes, failures, and unexpected life lessons he has acquired over the course of the past year, as well as the ways in which his life has evolved since he was proclaimed the winner of American Idol, in a talk that is full with emotion. When I was walking off the stage after winning American Idol, Iam recounts, his voice carrying a mixture of surprise and affection. I remember walking off the stage. In some ways, it was only the beginning of something far bigger than I could have dreamed, but in others, it felt like I was on top of the world. Even though I believed I had everything under control, the past year has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. This has been a difficult experience that has been emotional, surprising, and demanding in ways that I did not anticipate. It is not always what it appeared to be in the spotlight. As soon as Iam was crowned the winner of American Idol, the spotlight promptly shifted to him. Millions of admirers and a place in the hearts of many spectators were won over by his emotionally charged performances, particularly the respect he paid to his father, who had passed away from cancer. However, as any artist is aware, celebrity comes with its own unique set of difficulties, and the expectations that were placed on Iam right from the moment he brought the trophy home were extremely high. It was a crazy first few months, she shared. Iam acknowledges that it is a whirlwind since you are performing, giving interviews, and conducting publicity. You believe that winning the show is going to be this momentous occasion that is cause for celebration, and don't get me wrong, it was an amazing experience. However, you eventually come to the realization that it comes with a significant amount of strain. When people expect you to always be this flawless version of yourself, it can be challenging to live up to their expectations. When things are going at full speed, it is not difficult to have the impression that you are just a cog in the machine. For many participants, particularly those who experience instant celebrity after a win, the sudden inflow of attention can feel like an overwhelming amount of attention. In spite of the fact that Iam was thankful for the chances that were presented to him, he quickly realized that sustaining that level of success was not as simple as it appeared to be. He had to maintain a constant balance between the demands of his newfound career and the obligations of his personal life, which meant that his days were long and his nights were late. It is a confession that he makes. I did not anticipate the kind of personal sacrifices that it would require. Not only have I had to miss out on time with my family, but I've also had to get used to the fact that I don't have as much time to myself. There have been times when it has been challenging, but I have learned how to adjust and how to establish boundaries. I needed to determine what aspects of my life were most important to me, such as my career, my family, and my mental health, and then figure out how to make all of these aspects work together. The reality of the music industry, finding your way through the next step, coming out on top of American Idol, is just the beginning of a successful career for an artist. Take that early momentum and transform it into a career that is both sustainable and meaningful. This is the difficulty that many winners face. Iam has had to navigate the treacherous terrain of the music industry in order to do this. Following his victory on American Idol, he was instantly signed to a major label and started working on his first post-show music project. The music industry is a completely different world, he explains with a chuckle. I had the impression that it was just about singing, but there is a great deal more to it than that. There are meetings, discussions, and strategic planning involved. People have varying perspectives on what they believe to be the most beneficial for your professional life. When there is a lot of noise going on around you, it can be difficult to discover your own voice at times. I had to figure out how to put my faith in my gut feelings and remain faithful to the debut album has received has been positive, He freely confesses that the process has not always been easy. The problem of producing hits that satisfy both the label and the audience is one that one must face on a consistent basis. You have the desire to release music that has a genuine feel to it, but there are moments when you have to make concessions. Although it is a necessary step in the process, it may be extremely irritating when you have the impression that you are not being able to communicate your tale in the manner that you would like to. However, I am gaining the ability to master it. It has dawned on me that the key to establishing a connection with people is to remain authentic to both my identity and my musical style. One of the most significant things that Iam has picked up over the course of the past year is the significance of having patience. It is not possible to achieve success overnight, and the journey that he has taken to discover his artistic identity has been more drawn out than he had anticipated at first. I had the impression that everything would take place immediately. However, that is not how it works at all. In certain situations, it is necessary to take things slowly and allow them to come together in a natural way. According to Iam's reflections, the fans who support you will understand that, and they will continue to stick with you. Finding a balance and maintaining mental health. Iam had to deal with a mental and emotional toll that comes with such a quick change in his life, which was one of the more unexpected problems he faced after his victory. The burden of being in the public eye and continuously striving towards his next major move had a toll on his mental health, despite the fact that he had the support of his family. I've learned that taking care of yourself isn't just about your physical health. It's also about your mental and emotional health. He continues, his tone becoming more kind. When I was feeling overwhelmed, confused of who I was, and questioning everything, there were times when I was struggling. When people have so many expectations of you and you are constantly in the spotlight, it can be challenging to maintain your composure. Having the feeling that you are never enough or that you are falling short is a common experience. Iam was candid about the pressure he felt to uphold a particular image, and it wasn't until he took a step back and concentrated on his mental health that he came to a place where he felt completely grounded once more. I came to the realization that it is acceptable to not be perfect all the time. When you feel the urge to take a break or step away from the situation, it is perfectly okay to do so. I believe that being kinder to myself is the single most important thing that I've learned in the past year, he says. I've learned to be more compassionate towards myself. His situation is similar to that of many young stars who became famous in a short amount of time and had to figure out how to deal with the expectations that came along with their success. Iam's decision to pay more attention to his mental health serves as a reminder to both his fans and his fellow artists that taking care of oneself is equally as vital as achieving success in one's work. When the storm comes, family is the anchor. In the midst of the chaos that has been his life since he left American Idol, Iam has retained his family as a constant. He has never failed to talk about the close relationship he shared with his mother, his siblings, and his late father, who guided him on a significant portion of his trip. The more he thinks about the past year, the more he emphasizes how much his family has helped him to remain grounded. He says, "My family has been the anchor for me throughout my life. I am reminded of who I am by them. They maintain my sense of modesty. It is always possible for me to turn to them, and they will bring me back to reality whenever things become out of control. From the beginning to the end, they have been my pillar of support, and I would not have been able to maintain his connection with his family, whether it be through phone conversations, visits, or just by experiencing moments of delight together. This is despite the fact that the demands of his work have kept him busy. It is essential to strike a balance between the two. Despite the fact that it is simple to become engrossed in the business of it all, my family helps me to remain grounded. They serve as a constant reminder of the reason I began this endeavor in the first place, to tell my narrative and to create music that resonates with people. In the future, what does Iam Tongi have in store for us? Iam is motivated to continue his musical career with a newfound sense of purpose, now that a full year has passed since he won American Idol. He is focused on finishing his artistic adventure. In spite of the fact that the path has been anything from simple, he has acquired the ability to welcome the unexpected and to view every obstacle as a chance for personal development. He expresses his excitement by saying, "I'm excited for what's next," while a hopeful smile unfolds on his face. In this past year, I have gained a great deal of insight into who I am, and I am aware that I am only just beginning. In addition to working on new music and collaborating with incredible musicians, I am also making sure that I am staying loyal to the person that I want to be, both on and off the stage. Despite the fact that it hasn't gone precisely as he had anticipated, Iam Tongi has emerged as a more self-assured and grounded musician as a result of the previous year, which has been a mixture of success, obstacles, and great lessons for him. Now that he has a year of experience under his belt, Iam is prepared to face whatever the future may bring, whether it be additional music, additional fans, or other developments in his own personal life. In the end, his path serves as a reminder that success does not come with a road plan. Rather, it comes with the bravery to confront the unexpected, the willingness to learn from the experiences, and the will to keep going forward with your heart at the center of everything.